Hans-Joachim Marseille was one of the most interesting fighter pilots of any war. A Luftwaffe pilot, Marseille's first flying action was during the 1940 Battle of Britain. Some disciplinary issues coupled with a promiscuous lifestyle resulted in a Gestapo visit, and at the age of 20 years old, he found himself being sent to the African desert to fly. It was here that he actually blossomed as a fighter pilot. Marseille had a knack for visualizing a three-dimensional dogfight and converting that into inputs to line up his shots in an aircraft with almost impossible deflection angles. He had remarkable success, sometimes downing 5 aircraft in less than 10 minutes. On top of this, he was an expert marksman and on occasion used only 15 machine gun rounds and 2 20mm cannon shells for each aircraft that he downed. On a single day in 1942, he would down 17 Allied fighters in 3 sorties. But what makes Marseille truly remarkable is not his skill, but his humanity. An open nonconformist to the Nazi regime, he was flying for his family and country. On more than one occasion, to the chagrin of his commanders, he would fly over enemy bases and drop mercy notes on soldiers' conditions, many of which he had shot down and captured. He was awarded the highest honor a German soldier could receive, the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. He eventually received all 4 levels of this, which included oak leaves, swords, and lastly diamonds, which he never actually personally received. In 1942, he succumbed to the only threat he ever really experienced in the skies, a mechanical failure. The reduction gear in his aircraft separated, cutting a hydraulic line, resulting in a fire and smoke in his cockpit. At 2,000 feet, he attempted to bail out, but inadvertently struck his head on the tail trying to clear the aircraft. He was either dead or unconscious when he finally hit the ground. In 2 short years, he had a remarkable career of 382 combat missions and is credited with 158 kills, with only 4 of these being bombers. His charisma and zeal was preserved in his one-word epitaph, undefeated. His short but incredible 22 years of life is masterfully retold in Chapter 9 of Dan Hampton's Lords of the Sky.